Hello everyone and welcome to From the Heart Friday with me, Jessica Brigden of JessBCreativeCardiology. Hello, hello. Hope you're having a great afternoon. This is take 2 this Friday. I was into my video and nothing more annoying than somebody that calls in the middle of the video and it totally froze my phone. I ended up having to shut the whole thing down and reboot, restart everything. So hopefully, I thought I had all my settings straight before, so let's take 2. Sorry about that. I had a project all planned for today, and then I could not find my stitched rectangle dies that I needed for this particular project. So I finally started cleaning off my surfaces. I think that was a pretty good sign that things have kind of taken over everything, my countertops, my desk, just everything. So I've started this afternoon picking up, putting things away, trying to get myself organized, but I still have not found my stitch rectangle dies. They must be someplace really safe. Do you guys ever do that? Hide something so well that you can't ever find it again? Oh my goodness, they're one of my most used dies, so they have to be around here somewhere. So I scrapped that, postponed it anyways, and we are going to do a new project today. This is one that Ziggy she is being super lovey this afternoon, and so you want to come up here and, of course, now she turns her head the other way, so say hi everybody. Hi Ziggy. All right, so we are going to do a project today using Stampin' Up's Sale A Bration Most Adored Specialty Paper, as well as the Sending Love bundle from the mini catalog. This is a project I made for my Creative Cardiology Team blog hub yesterday, so I'll post a link to that blog post so you can see a few more details. But I want to show you how to make that card. It's super cute, and with the Sending Love bundle, it's got mailbox dies, so you can make a little 3D mailbox, and it's even got a little flag, so you can move it so the flag goes up and down. So it's super cute. I'm coordinating here. I've got my little love sweatshirt on, little hearts, the form a heart. I like to match my projects. And so we'll go ahead and get started. All right, please leave me a comment if you're here. I know some of you had tried to join me live earlier, and then of course we got disrupted. So here we are, take 2, and let me know. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna try this again. All right. So flip the camera around. I had been saying that we were just a few days left of the month of March, which is crazy, but I saw my host code up, WHADTCRP. Any of the projects that you see using today, those are available in my Stampin' Up online store. We are still in Sale A Bration, so you could get this gorgeous Most Adored paper, which is found on page 9. This is a free item, a free with $50 purchase. And as a bonus, I'm trying something new. Anybody that places a $50 order with me this month, I will send you a card kit to make this 4-panel fun fold. All right, using the Flight and Airy Sale A Bration paper. I will mail that out to you so you can craft along with me next Friday on February 2nd. So get your orders in. Anybody who's already placed their order this month, my card kits are prepped. They will be going in the mail tomorrow, so that gives them time to arrive by next Friday. If you order through the end of the month, that's fine. I'll still send you a kit, but just know it might not arrive in time for the video. Of course, the replay will always be available here on my channel. So we are going to make a little interactive mailbox card using Most Adored, and then the Sending Love bundle is here on page 11. Okay, it can be used all year round, a fun little postal theme to it. All right, so I already did my card base. That was part of the previous video. Just a half sheet of real red at 5.5 by 8.5, and then I put an insert of basic white at 4 by 5.25. So that's what we've got so far. Then we're going to use the mailbox. It has a little flap. This cuts and embosses, and it's got this little score line on here, so we can make a little 3D mailbox. And I thought I would use so all of the elements on here, we're going to use the Most Adored paper. So I'm going to use this red plaid. It's got some flirty flamingo and some basic white in there, and then the back side is this fun gold foil print. So I thought it'd be fun to have kind of a red mailbox and then the gold foil on the inside. So I'm going to place my dies like this, and that way this will be the exterior, and then the interior of the mailbox flap will be that gold foil. So I'm going to run that through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And then we're also going to do a background layer, which, keeping with our mailbox postal theme here, so you can just crank that through. So we've got our mailbox. Okay. I'm sorry I don't have all of this pre-prepped. Like I said, I was anticipating doing a different project, except some of my supplies went missing in action. All right, so for the background, to keep with our postal theme, I'm gonna pull in a Perennial Postage bundle. It's a great bundle. You can, of course, buy the dies separately if you want. And I'm gonna do not quite a full background. I want my designer paper layer to show through as well. So I'm gonna use the second size, the second largest of the postal dies. All right, and we're gonna run that through on some basic white to give us a fun, whimsical background that fits in with our postage theme. All right, and like I said, all of the, this project is up on my blog at JessBCreativeCardiology.com. So I encourage you to visit there, and I'll post a link in the video description and the comments too. So fun little set that coordinates here with the Sending Love as well. Okay, so one more element, we need a background. All right, this is a full 12 by 12 pack. The patterns in here are so pretty. We've got some hearts, lots of gold foil. I love this little red background with the white hearts. So I think I'm gonna use that for my background. And then you can see some of the other prints in here. We've got some pink plaid, little hearts, flowers. All right, so it coordinates with several of the bundles and different collections in the mini catalog. All right, let's cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4 to fit on our card front. All right, there we go. And now we can see this start to take shape a little bit. So I'll move that over to the side. Let's put our first layer down. Again, I'm going to use the little heart side. So that's going to be 4 by 5 1/4 here. Right on the front. Thank you for liking and sharing. And yes, I am feeling much better. I'm still a little tired. I think it's going to take a little bit to recuperate from that sickness I had last week, but I am feeling much better. Thank you. All right, so then we've got our postage background, and I think I want to angle that. I want the hearts to show through, but I don't know that I want it just perpendicular. I want it a little bit more whimsical. So I'm going to adhere that at an angle. All right, it's kind of cute little heart, just shows right through there. Okay, so it matches. All right, seems like we're good. And then we've got our mailbox that we haven't quite assembled yet. And we need a stand for our mailbox. All right, so this is awesome. All those one piece for the mailbox, and then we've got the mailbox stand. All right, so we need that, and then we need a flag for the mailbox because, like I said, there's a little hole in the die, which punches out perfectly so that our little flag can go up and down. It's a real working mailbox, and I'm going to pull out a couple other of these stamps to use on our project here. All right, so for our mailbox stand, we are going to use some basic black cardstock. All right, so I've got just a scrap here. This is 1.5 inches. All right, and that seemed to work good. So go ahead and you can kind of decide how you want to. Like I said, I just pulled a scrap out of my bin and that seemed to work pretty well. All right, so we're gonna run that through. At the same time, I'm gonna use a scrap of Real Red for my mailbox flag. So we can run those through at the same time. All right, start to see our elements come together a little bit more. All right, so here we go. How cool is that? With this mailbox die, it actually has a little wood grain in it. Super cute. All right, so we're gonna use that. And then our little flag. Here we go. See the little hole there. Okay. All right, so let's put these items together. I'm gonna make sure I stick these back in my case so that I don't wanna lose those. And let me show you how to assemble this mailbox, which is pretty cute. All right, so this is going to be the outside. This is the inside. So the little flap actually comes up. You can see how it all folds together. And then this bottom piece, there is a little score line here. This creates the little flap for the adhesive. So these are gonna go together and it makes a little pocket, and then the flap comes up and actually closes the mailbox. I'm gonna leave my flap open so that we can tuck something in here. But in playing with this, something I realized that if you wanna attach the flag, all right, there's already a spot for it. It is easiest to do this before you put your adhesive on. And what I mean is you're gonna need to use a brad so that the flag moves. So I'm using the round and square brads. These are available in the annual catalog, all right, in the accessories collection. They come in white and black. I'm just going to do a little black one, little black circle. Oops, I just need one. Okay, and they've got fairly long legs on them, I guess you could say. So you're going to insert this through the hole in the flag, and then you're going to come over to your mailbox and insert it in the hole there. All right, and then flip it over and you can open those, and now your flag is attached. So we're gonna put a little bit of adhesive. You could use your seal, your liquid glue, but actually a little piece of tear and tape right along that edge works perfect. All right, just burnish that a little bit and then peel off the backing. And then we're gonna fold this over so it creates just a little pocket here. I didn't find it necessary. You could put a little adhesive there on the back end of the mailbox if that really bugs you. You could put something in there to keep that closed. But I find that once you actually put this on your card, you don't notice that so much. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll put some Stampin' Seal on our mailbox stand. And let's put this, let's go right about here. And that I am going to put on straight, all right, straight as far as my card is concerned here. And then with the mailbox, we'll pop that up with some dimensionals. Let's go ahead and do that. And let's put one in the middle for good measure. So I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am actually I think it's third, I might be four. I'm gonna say third generation. Was a postal employee. I worked at the post office for 7 years before becoming a demonstrator full-time. But my grandfather was a mail carrier, and my mother, she both delivered mail, and then she became a postmaster and had her own little small office. And then out of college, I took the civil service exam, and post office paid really well at that time, so I ended up right out of college, got a job as a clerk in the post office. I was a little small town office in upstate New York, up in Aurora. And then from there, I worked in Aurora and Cayuga and Scipio and King Ferry and Union Springs, and I kind of hopped around. They moved me wherever they needed me. So oftentimes in a single day, I would work in multiple offices. But I did that for 7 years. So I have have a history of not only making cards but also delivering them. That's actually a funny story. It was through my job at the post office that I was introduced, or that I found my Stampin' Up! Demonstrator originally. She's no longer a demonstrator, but we still keep in touch, and now she actually orders products from me from time to time. But but it was through the post office that I found my person when she was mailing some cards, and when she came in to buy postage stamps for them, I said, "Oh, do you do Stampin' Up?" And she said, "Yes." And I'm like, "Well, I would love a catalog. I would love, you know." Anyways, the rest was history. So, yes. So yes, I worked in. My mother was the postmaster in Scipio for probably 25 years. She originally was in Cuyler. Cuyler is such a small town that actually Cuyler no longer has a post office. But then from there, she moved and had the postmaster position in Scipio, which, and she was there, yeah, like 25 years. That's where she retired from. And I would, after clerking in different offices, sometimes I would go over and fill in for her so she could have some time off. So I'm using the little adhesive bagged hearts and flowers. This is part of the Be Mine collection, but they're super cute embellishments. And of course, the colors are perfect. And I thought, what could be more fun than putting a little adhesive backed heart here on our mailbox flag. And check it out, it moves back and forth. It's just the right tension so it doesn't flop around. But it, yeah, works perfect. Oh, Janelle, you didn't realize that. Janelle actually lives in the town where my mom was postmaster for so long. So actually, Janelle's in the neighboring town, and the little post office there at one point was dissolved and merged into the office in Scipio. So some of those small town offices, they were held in somebody's, front porch area. And then once they built actual official post office buildings in some of the larger areas, then those small offices got absorbed. But yeah, kind of a fun little bit of trivia there. So you learned something new about me today. I have a postal background there. What's even funnier, well, I think it's funny, is that so my mom's older sister, she also worked for the postal system, but she worked in one of the big, I want to call it the postal plants, where they were all a hub where all of the mail from all over came in. And she, I don't exactly know what she did, but she was in charge of like counting the volume of mail and tracking that and all kind of like the statistics and things behind that, which was kind of cool. So she had a different postal position. And then my mom's little sister, so my other aunt, you could say she was the black sheep of the family because she worked for UPS. So everybody else in the family worked for the post office, and then my other aunt worked for UPS. So anyways, that was just a funny little thing. She has since retired. They've all since retired from the post office, but it was kind of funny. We had a little bit of family division in there. All right, so I do need to make a little mailbox or a little something to stick in our mailbox here. So I'm going to use the dies. We've got a little envelope die, which is perfect. And then we even got a little letter to put in the envelope. All right, we've got a few different heart dies and some different things, but I think I might use another one of the epoxy or adhesive backed. They're puffy, little puffy stickers there for those things. So let's do our envelope. I want that to be pink. So let's use this fun pink heart pattern from the Most Adored paper. In order to have the pink on the outside, then you're going to have that face up when you run your die cut through. And I want to make sure that your hearts are going the right way. This is going to be the envelope flap, the top flap. So when you fold it down, you want to make sure your hearts are not upside down. So if you put it on with the little flat end towards the top and your point at the bottom, you should be perfectly lined up. So I'm going to run that through the cut and emboss machine, and then I'll use a scrap of white for my little letter to go in there. But let's check that out. Okay, so this pops out here. Now when we flip it over, fold up the bottom and then fold in the left and right side, and then we can put the flap down. All right, good. Hearts are all, well, you don't see a whole lot of it, but anyways, it is there. It's in the right position. All right, and I'm gonna do just a couple little glue dots on those envelope flaps. That'll hold this in place. So I'll put one on the right side and one on the left side. All right, so now our envelope is perfect. You could tuck all kinds of cute little things in there. All right, so check it out. Is that not so sweet? All right, let's die cut a little letter for our envelope. And I'm going to use just the scrap that I already had from die cutting my postage label. Okay. All right, let me see. I got some comments here. Let's see what you all say. Isn't that cute? It's the perfect little size. All right, but again, make sure you put your dies back in your case. In this instance, I've put just a little sheet of magnetic background just to keep them all nice and tidy. Okay. Oh, good. Wendy's watching me while she's in her craft room. Oh, good. Your mojo has been missing for a few months, and well, hopefully it can inspire you a little bit, or we can at least just craft and chat, or even clean your craft room while you're while you're watching. Oh, I know, that's what I need to. So at least I can say I've started, but I do need to. I got a lot more to clean. Oh. All right, it's because I've only got like 15 projects going at one time. So there's so many different ways to do that. Of course, you could tuck your letter in the envelope. You could put a little something on there, or actually you could put like 2 in there. That would be kind of cute. Have it so that they both kind of go in, maybe a little lopsided. And then I think maybe I'll do that. And then let's put a little heart. Maybe we'll go with a red heart this time. Just right here on that letter. All right. And then maybe what I'll do is just I'm gonna put just a little bit of adhesive on here, and I'm gonna tuck it right in there. That way it still pulls out, but that way they at least stay together. Okay, so a little 3D element. This is a very interactive card. All right, so it's coming together there. But I thought, well, I need something. We need something down here. We've got these fun little sentiments. And of course, this one, this is a little note to say, I miss you. I thought that was cute. So that's like the postage, the postmark, right? When you run your letters through the mail, they go through the machine, and this little postmark it goes over your stamps, and then it has a little cancellation. So I thought what I would do is we'll stamp our postmark. I'm gonna do that in some, I'm just using the Tuxedo Black Memento ink. So I'm gonna stamp that right here in that middle spot. All right, so it's nice, you can read it, looks good. And then I'm going to pull in, I was originally used, well, actually let's do real red. I was thinking maybe I would go a little lighter and do Flirty Flamingo, but I like the red, and red, I remember from the post office, we had a little red ink pad that we would cancel things with. And I'm gonna just stamp this right across my postmark. So it's official. It is ready for mailing. It's been stamped, it's been canceled, and we have our official Most Adored Sending Love mailbox card here with our interactive flag, the mail that comes in and out of the mailbox. You could tuck it all the way in and close the mailbox if you wanted to. We could put a little tab on here. But I think it's really cute. And I did see an idea where somebody had tucked, they had rolled up, you know, maybe you want to do like a $10 bill or, you know, whatever. But you could fold it up and it will fit there in your little mailbox pocket. And you could tuck a little cash in there, which would be a cute idea for, you know, perhaps it could be a wedding or graduation or something fun, just a fun occasion. I think that would be a fun way to do that. And then of course we've got the inside, but you could decorate too. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this project. Again, I've got some photos and other details on my blog at JessBCreativeCardiology.com. I'll link that. And if you enjoyed today's video, which I hope you did, make sure to give me that thumbs up, like, subscribe, and please share with your friends as well. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Happy stamping. And we'll see you next week. Alrighty, take care everybody. Bye-bye.